Hi everybody, this is Diane. I just wanted to show you a very quick little haul that I got at the thrift store. And then I want to talk about my next journal project and show you the materials that I have. Not nearly as many as I have for some of my other curated kits. And then maybe we'll actually make something to go in the journals that I'm going to be making. So first, I went to the thrift store the other day to drop some things off, and then I went in, of course, to see what they had there. And I bought 2 books and a couple of other things. So this is one of the books. I actually bought another book, but it's just for me to read. Just a paperback. But this is Country Homes for Country Living. And I love these pages that are matte pages. And they're really nice. And then there's floor plans and drawings of homes. And I just love these pages. Look at the colors. These are perfect pages for junk journals, if you ask me. And there's lots of them. So I'm pretty happy with this book. I thought it was a really great find. And I picked this book up, and I might read it because I do love history. The Public and Private Worlds of Elizabeth I. But what I really like after I read it will be cutting out some of the pieces that can be used in a Renaissance journal. The pages are glossier. Let me show you a couple of the things that caught my eye, if I can find them. I mean, stuff like that is really cool. There were pieces like this edge that had a Renaissance design that I thought would be really fun. So let's see if I can find some. There's a tapestry piece. And this circle would be fun to cut out. This is fun. Painting of Elizabeth and that. This is a needlepoint from that chair. But this strip right there would make a great pocket or belly band. This is going to be interesting to read. Get those. I hope I'm not taking too long with this, but there were some things that caught my eye in the store that I'm not finding yet, that I wanted to show you. Although I'm finding other things that I didn't see in the store. Things like this. Sorry for the glare. It's a wood carving. That's really cool. So I think you've seen a lot of things that I can cut out and use in a Renaissance journal, and I'm anxious to start, well, I'm anxious to start cutting it up, but it would take me a while to read it. Look at that. So maybe I won't read it, I don't know. I have too many other things to read. So anyway, I hope you saw enough of it to understand why I wanted this book. And then I got this for 50 cents, and it's like a traveler's notebook sort of thing. And it's leather. It's real leather. And it is about 6 by 8.5. And it has this piece to go around the edge, and then it's got the cords, so I could make, well, there's only one cord, I can make a booklet to put inside there. So that's a really fun. I mean, for 50 cents, I thought it would be fun. And I wanted a leather one. I actually have a pink leather one, but one of the narrower ones. I don't even use it. But this was 50 cents. So yeah, I got it while I had the chance. And then I got this fabric piece. There's quite a bit here, so some of this is going to be in my shop. It's wrapped in tape. But it is automobiles, like old-fashioned automobiles, and I thought this would be a fun cover for the automobile journal that I need to make. And I've decided that I'm gonna try to make the automobile journals before Christmas. Get them out of the way before I start the Christmas journals, because I was gifted a journal, a digital kit that's all about cars. And then because of that, one of my viewers sent me a happy mail with lots of really cool automobile ephemera and car fabrics. But I just thought this would be a fun cover for one of those journals. Plus there's plenty here that I can share. So tell me what you think. This is a motor bonnet, does not crush the hair. The muffler that muffles. So it's 1901, 1908, 1915 era images, so early 19th century. Okay, now the journal I decided to make next is weather journals, finally. This has been in the plans for quite a long time. Because Mrs. Cog, Liz, has a set, Stormy Weather, and I loved it. And I bought the kit a long time ago. And I have used a couple of the pieces for one thing or another. But I have most of it printed, but I can print more. So this, I knew that I wanted to use this and make a weather-themed journal or two. So I have 3 covers, and maybe I'll make all 3. So these 2 are the same book, but a different cover. They were printed at published in different time periods, but the pages are the same in both books. So they're called Rain and Shine. And I love this cover. And then I recently got this one, Everyday Weather and How It Works. So they're all vintage kids, like school books for science class or something. So I already took the covers off. And let me show you what else I have. So I said I don't have a lot of materials built up for this. So I'm going to just, it'll be more of a challenge because then I have to create more stuff. So I do have some vintage pieces and book pages. So this is a very vintage card. I don't know what it came from, but it's a girl and it looks to me like it's raining. And she's looking in the bushes for something and there's a dog right there. But it looks like there's rain coming down. Flash card that says snow. Flash card with an umbrella. This is a romper room flash card. I have a few of these little flash cards. Cloud, rainbow, umbrella, and rain. And these are Mrs. Cog's. I'm going to have to go see what else is in this kit because I have these 3 words. And I don't know what set these words came with. So I'll have to go look in my computer files and see what I have. So maybe I'll have more of those types of words. 2 dictionary, children's dictionary definitions, rain and umbrella. This came from a children's book. This illustration from a book. And this page with it's raining, it's pouring, and rain, rain, go away. Some more dictionary definitions. Storm, rain, rainbow. This from one of my vintage magazines with a lady's rain boot, and she's stepping out into the rain. This from a children's book, The Path of a Hailstone in the Clouds. This I cut out from one of those books that I'm using to make the journals, and it's The Eye of the Hurricane. This is from a Masterpiece game, and it has, who is the artist here? Him. Called Paris Street, Rainy Day. I've seen the picture before. I did not know the name of the artist. Here's another postcard type of thing. Metropolitan Museum of Art. So I probably picked that up at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I know I got some cards there. And this is Pissarro. Another flash card. This is a unique piece of a paper doll. So this is the doll, and this is one of her outfits, and she just slides in there. But she's holding an umbrella. So when I bought this set of paper dolls, I know that there was one that had fall images, and I used that in a fall journal last year. But I've been saving her for my weather journal, and I think she will only fit in one of, I will have to trim off some of her surroundings, I think. But this is the widest. Is it widest? Yeah, this is the biggest book, so she'll have to go in this book. Somehow she'll go in there. And these are pages from one of those books that I took apart, so these are the rain pages. Some poems that I've saved from children's books. Winds a-blowing, The Wind, Who Has Seen the Wind, some poems about rain, Drums of the Rain, The Umbrella Brigade, In Time of Silver Rain, Spring Rain and Rubber Boots, Ice and Thaw, and then some older book pages. Snow, Jack Frost, Who Has Seen the Wind, Wild Winds, The Wind. And this is an image, I have the original of this from a really old, from the 1800s newspaper supplement, and I scanned her into my computer. She's bigger than this. I printed her to a page or something. So she's letting her umbrella down and looking at the skies to make sure it's safe to let her umbrella down. Here's another poem, Who Has Seen the Wind? More about wind. The rain song. So mostly what I have is book pages. Page about the weather, snow, this page. Lots of book pages I do have. So I can cut these up too and make elements out of those. I actually have more pages than I thought I did. The big umbrella and the little rubbers. Look at those children in the rain. Little raindrops. Winter night. That's a popular, I probably have several copies of that. I have two of them right here from Robert Louis Stevenson's Child's Garden of Verses. The rain is raining all around. It falls on field and tree. It rains on the umbrellas here and on the ships at sea. So that's what I have to work with. And then the other elements that I pulled so far, I will show you. I looked at my papers to see what I might want to use for papers. I have this page from a Somerset Studio magazine. Just looks like a stormy sky. And then these pages came from this book that I got at Joann's. So it's 8.5 by 11 paper, time-worn textiles, but the pages that I pulled just look like they would go well in a book about stormy weather. So that blue and white, gray looking. The covers, two of the covers are like red and yellow, orangish. So I wanted to include some of those colors too. So that looks like it could be a stormy day, but with a sunset or something. And it's not meant to be taken literal. It's just to continue the feel of a stormy day. But I just love the blurred lines, like rain is making the colors run. So I have those pages. I'm going to copy dye them. And I pulled some wallpaper. This is that thick textured wallpaper, and I thought maybe this would be fun to use with the colors and the swirls, and the gold would just lighten things up. I don't want things to look too dark and gloomy, so I'm going to work at not letting that happen. And then I have these from that handmade paper that I got, the 2 packs of handmade paper from Joann's. These are the only ones that I thought might go okay with it, and I don't know if I'll use them, but I pulled them just in case. Then I got out some blue tags, inventory tags. I have these gray envelopes, which I thought would be perfect, and I might be able to tuck some of the Mrs. Coggs images in there. And then I also have these envelopes that I could use. And I pulled out the Halloween, last year's Tim Holtz Halloween wallpaper pages, because they're dark and gloomy. And some mulberry papers for making embellishments. That's what these are for, making embellishments. So that's what I thought I would do right now. I have a little project I started using these elements. And here's what I started. I took a piece of the wallpaper. It's that piece. Well, actually, I took a piece of a scrap of craft cardstock that I have, and it was just this width. I didn't trim it. This was the size of it. And I just folded it up and then rounded all the corners and glued down a piece of the book page from one of the books, and then I cut a piece of the wallpaper to fit on that. And I will sew it so that we don't lose too much of the width. But I have this card cut that will fit in there, that I can make a tag, and I have this image that I want to put on the tag. It's a girl on a very windy day. I took this page, the table of contents page from one of the books, and I cut out the chapter title, Watching the Wind. And I'm going to put that on here somewhere. So this is going to be an element for the book. So let's finish it, and maybe we'll have time to do another element also. So I don't know if I want to just round the corners or cut them into a tag shape. I think I'm going to just round the corners for something a little bit different. And I'll round the corners of this also. Oh, one more thing I pulled was these little sticky flat back things that I very rarely use, but I thought on one of the tags with a rain image, I might want to sprinkle some of these on to look like raindrops. So we'll maybe attempt one of those. So if I have that go in the pocket, and have that there. Okay, so first let's finish decorating this. I tore a couple pieces of mulberry paper already. I thought about putting them there, and I don't know what else to put here, if anything. I think maybe I'll just leave it like that. Oh, maybe just a piece of textured paper. Hope I didn't just get my hair in the view, because I've just got it pulled back in a ponytail and it's kind of a mess. I have to pull myself together before too long. I'm gonna go have dinner with some friends. So maybe, yeah, that would be pretty. I think I like it down here. Maybe over here, because this has mulberry paper on that edge. Well, we'll see. I'm going to glue this mulberry paper down first. I think it needs something else. What would it need? And she's going to be in there. But when you pull it out, maybe that would be good. This is a number from a piece of packaging. I've had these numbers for a long time. Someone had sent me a lot of packages of images. I think there was just one image per package, but she sent me a lot of packages of images that were made for decoupage, and they were like masterworks, art pieces. And I've used quite a few, and I still have some. Anyway, these numbers came off of those packages, and I've saved them, and I started using them more recently. I just want to see what that would look like if I ink it. I think I like that. I'll just put that up there all by itself so it stands out very nicely. It's like cutting a die cut and not all the pieces get left behind. Okay, so maybe that's enough on the card, or on the envelope, pocket, whatever this thing is. This doily doesn't want to stick. This card is slightly textured. So I will stitch that down like I said, and now I will make the journal card to go in there, but I'm going to put this at the top so that it shows on, above the pocket. This is just some cardstock that I had left over from the folk art journals that I just made. I'll do the back later off camera. Got this piece of a die cut doily. It was just cut from scrapbook paper. That's just here in my collage envelope of stuff. So I might put that there. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. That looks okay. You can see I moved her over to the right edge so the doily wouldn't cover up too much of her. I'm not sure what day you're going to see this video, but I'm making it on Saturday. I just did my collage video, weekend collage, a little while ago. I made that video and had lunch and did some other stuff. And have a little time before I have to get ready to meet my friends for dinner, so I thought I would get started on this. I'm not sure if I'll put a label here or a stamp or something. Let's try out a label. I like that one. Then I would probably glue this to a page. Maybe even the back cover, I don't know yet. But there's that. And I will sew all the way around. Probably not the bottom, but around the top and the sides when I sew this together. So I'll be making at least 2 more of those if I do 3 journals. Look at my Mrs. Coggs images and see if I have some that will fit in that window. Because I have these on digital, I can make as many of them, print as many of them as I need to use. That looks perfect in there. I like that. This sheet has several images of couples with their umbrellas, probably all by the same artist. So I will put them on some sort of a card that you can pull in and out. And I want to make sure that they line up perfectly in those windows. I would like to make maybe 2 envelopes for each journal. So that means 6. And then I thought for the other signature I would do 1 of these for each journal, whatever I'm going to do to those. I'm thinking of using the green file folder for the spine to make them a flexible spine. One, 2, 3, 4. I need 2 more. Like this lady with her black dress and black umbrella. Maybe this one. Yeah. Okay, so we have those picked out. What shall I use to make the card to pull in and out? An index card? I have plenty of index cards. Maybe I want to do coffee dyed index cards. I have them in a different box. That looks better. It's been rained on, laying in the dirt. But these cards might not work. I think I might want a bigger card. Let's see. This envelope is about 3.5 by 6. So if I just cut a piece of cardstock, I like the fact that it fits in there better. Like it's not shifting around in there. But I do need to put the picture in there so that it's centered. I have an idea. I'll just put a little glue on the back. Slide this in there, see if this works. Center it right where I want it. Press that glue down. So she's not centered on the card itself, but she will be centered in the window. Right? Let me make sure that she didn't move. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to let that glue dry, and then I will sew around her, and then I'll distress it. And I think I'll probably just leave it plain, so you have writing space on it, but I'll do a little bit of embellishing to the envelope itself. So those are some embellishments. I'll just have to figure out what I want to do for decorating the envelope. And for this, I'll take another of the images and just glue that there. And maybe with some things to add embellishment to it. Some collage bits. Let's see what I have here, since I have this whole pile out already. I've got a bit of wallpaper that blends in too much. I've got some old ledger. Some textured wallpaper. That sort of thing to embellish these pieces. Maybe with some raindrops on there. But I'm running out of time here, and it's going to require some inking and things like that. Then I'll have to cut a tag or a card to fit inside those envelopes. So it is Saturday. I don't need to be in here working all day. I just wanted to get a start on it. Got some other things to do before I go out for the evening, so I will put this aside for now and get back to it hopefully on Monday. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.